In one corner, a former Manchester City benchwarmer who walked away from the champions, only to rise from the shadows and become Chelsea's most dangerous weapon. Calm under pressure. Ruthless from the penalty spot. Vision beyond his years. Cole Palmer isn't just playing football, he's rewriting his story. And in the other corner, a kid who isn't even old enough to drive, already starting for Barcelona. Already scoring for Spain. Already carrying the legacy of legends. Lamine Yamal doesn't fear the spotlight, he owns it. Two generational talents. Two different leagues. Two different paths. But one question. Who's going to rule the next decade of football? Is it Palmer, the Premier League's silent killer? Or Yamal, the teenage prodigy playing like a veteran at the heart of Barcelona's rebuild? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you won't just have an opinion. You'll have the answer. Quick flash, speech balloon comment below, who are you betting on? Let's start with the journey, because greatness isn't just about talent, it's about the path you take to unlock it. Cole Palmer's story begins in Manchester. A gifted academy product at one of the world's most dominant clubs, Manchester City. But for all his potential, Palmer was buried behind world-class talent. Minutes were rare. Chances were limited. And the spotlight, that belonged to others. But then, he did something most young players wouldn't dare. He left. Left the comfort, left the trophies, left Guardiola. And at just 21, he made a bold move to Chelsea, a club in chaos mid-rebuild, drowning in expectations. Fast forward a few months, and Palmer isn't just surviving, he's thriving. He's Chelsea's creative brain, their penalty specialist, and their most composed player in the final third. He sees passes others don't. He waits, calculates, and then strikes. Palmer's playing style? Calm chaos. He doesn't sprint everywhere, he glides. He doesn't force the game, he reads it like a novel he's already memorized. Pause for emphasis. And then there's Lamine Yamal. Born in 2007. Let that sink in. At just 15, he was already training with Barcelona's first team. By 16, he was starting matches, beating defenders twice his age, and becoming the youngest player to ever appear for Spain. Yamal's game is different. It's raw. It's explosive. It's pure instinct blended with street football flair. He's not here to play safe, he's here to tear you apart. One touch and he's gone. He attacks defenders like it's personal. His dribbling is hypnotic, his balance unreal. He's chaos, but the beautiful kind. Controlled madness down the wing. While Palmer dissects you like a surgeon, Yamal cuts through defenses like a wildfire. Two different styles. Two different personalities on the pitch. But both undeniably brilliant. Talent is one thing. But numbers don't lie. So let's break down what Cole Palmer and Lamine Yamal are actually doing on the pitch, week in, week out. Let's start with Palmer. In just his first full season at Chelsea, he's not just fitting in, he's dominating. Double digits in goals. Double digits in assists. And we're not talking tap-ins and stat padding. We're talking clutch moments. Last-minute penalties. Match-winning assists. Stepping up when Chelsea needs him most. His vision. Exceptional. His pass completion in the final third? Among the best in the league. Palmer averages more key passes per 90 than some of the Premier League's biggest playmakers. And when it comes to penalties, ice cold. 4 steps. Boom. Net ripples. No celebration, just business. He's not just playing for Chelsea, he's leading them. Brief pause. Now, flip the script to Spain. Lamine Yamal, at just 16 years old, is doing things we've never seen before. Most kids his age are struggling with homework. Yamal. He's scoring in La Liga. He's assisting Lewandowski. He's nutmegging seasoned pros like they're training cones. He's averaging over 3 successful dribbles per 90. His take-on success rate is elite. And he's already involved in double-digit goals for club and country combined. Let's put this into perspective. At 16, Lionel Messi hadn't even made his Barcelona debut. Yamal. He's already changing games. And it's not just numbers, it's impact. When Barcelona need inspiration, they give the ball to the teenager. That says everything. So while Palmer's numbers scream consistency and intelligence, Yamal's stats scream raw genius and sky-high potential. Two young stars, both delivering, but in completely different ways. Stats tell a story, but the details, the real edge, they live in how these players feel on the pitch. So let's break it down. Strengths, weaknesses, the traits that make them deadly, and the cracks that still need work. Cole Palmer's biggest weapon? Composure. When the game speeds up, Palmer slows down. In front of goal, he's surgical. Under pressure, ice in his veins. Penalty, goal. 90th minute, goal. He thrives when the lights are brightest. His technical intelligence is rare. He plays like a number 10, thinks like a number 8, and finishes like a number 9. Always scanning. Always one step ahead. And his ability to pick out a killer pass, it's elite. A quiet leader, but one who lets his football do the talking. But even Palmer has his limits. He's not explosive. He won't burn you for pace. And in physical battles, he can get pushed off the ball. He relies on brain over brawn, and when the game turns into a street fight, he sometimes disappears. Now switch to Lamine Yamal, pure electricity in human form. His dribbling? Mesmerizing. His acceleration? Terrifying. This is a player who attacks defenders like he's hunting them. He's unpredictable. Left foot or right foot, he'll beat you either way. He's got that thing you can't teach, fearlessness. At just 16, he already plays with swagger. Already trusts his instincts. Already delivers when the team is desperate. And that left-footed whip, straight out of the highlight reels. But there's a flip side to all that fire. Yamal is still raw. Still learning when to release the ball. Still developing his body, sometimes out-muscled, sometimes outlasted. His decision-making? Not always sharp. And defensively, he's still figuring it out. The potential is limitless, but the polish? That takes time. Palmer is the finished product stepping into his prime. Yamal is the untamed force still becoming who he's meant to be. Two stars, two paths, two styles. Calm versus chaos. Ice versus fire. As we delve into the 2024/2025 season, the trajectories of Cole Palmer and Lamine Yamal present a study in contrasts, one navigating a challenging phase, the other soaring to new heights. For Cole Palmer, the season began with promise, building on his impressive tally of 27 goals and 15 assists from the previous campaign. However, recent weeks have seen a dip in form. Palmer has endured an 8-game goal drought across all competitions, a stark contrast to his earlier prolificacy. Notably, he missed a penalty against Leicester City, marking the first such miss in his professional career. Despite this, Palmer's overall contribution remained significant, with 14 goals and 6 assists in 27 league appearances. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca remains confident in Palmer's abilities, emphasizing that such phases are part of a player's journey and expressing no concern over his current form. In contrast, Lamine Yamal's season has been nothing short of extraordinary. At just 17, he has amassed 15 goals and numerous assists, becoming a pivotal figure for Barcelona. His performances have drawn comparisons to legends, with pundits highlighting his ability to influence games at such a young age. Yamal's impact was particularly evident in a recent Champions League semi-final against Inter Milan, where his skillful play and goal were instrumental in Barcelona's performance. His contributions have not only solidified his place in the team, but have also sparked discussions about his potential to become one of the game's greats. As the season progresses, the football world watches closely. Will Palmer rediscover his scoring touch and lead Chelsea to success? Can Yamal maintain his remarkable form and continue to ascend the ranks of football's elite? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the journeys of these two young talents are captivating narratives in the world of football. So, where does the road lead from here? What does the future hold for Cole Palmer and Lamine Yamal? Two stars, two destinies, but only one can dominate the next decade. Let's start with Palmer. Still just 22, and already carrying the weight of a rebuilding Chelsea on his back. He's proven he can lead, he can deliver, and he can grow into a complete attacking midfielder. If he stays fit, keeps evolving, and finds consistency, he could become the Premier League's most intelligent playmaker. The next Kevin De Bruyne? Possibly. The vision is there. The technique is there. What's needed now is longevity. But that's the challenge. Premier League pressure is unforgiving. Form dips. The headlines come fast. A goal drought, like the one he's facing now, invites questions, doubts, critics. But great players rise again. And Palmer has the mentality of a player who doesn't run from the storm, he walks into it. Now shift to Lamine Yamal, the youngest player in La Liga history to make this much noise. At 17, he's already the heartbeat of Barcelona's attack. The scary part? He's nowhere near his peak. If he continues on this path, improving decision-making, growing physically, sharpening his consistency, he could become unstoppable. We're talking Ballon d'Or nominee-type levels. The kind of player who doesn't just play the game, but defines it for a generation. Yamal has that ceiling. The kind that legends are built on. But pressure? It's a double-edged sword. Young stars can burn bright and burn out. He'll need the right environment, the right coaching, and the right mental armor to navigate the spotlight that's already blindingly bright. So who owns the future? The refined Premier League surgeon, or the raw La Liga sensation? The cold finisher, or the fire starter? Palmer's story is about resilience, risk, and rising in the face of doubt. Yamal's is about talent, timing, and tearing apart expectations. Two different roads. But make no mistake, both could lead to greatness. In the world of football, eras are shaped by the bold, by the fearless, by the ones who don't just play the game, but change it. Cole Palmer. Lamine Yamal. One rewriting his fate in the heart of London. The other writing history before he's even grown into his boots. Different journeys. Different styles. But one burning question. Dramatic pause. Whose name will echo louder in the years to come? Now it's your turn to decide. Drop your pick in the comments. Hashtag Team Palmer or hashtag Team Yamal. We're reading every single one. Smash that like button if you love watching the next generation rise. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more head-to-heads, deep dives, and player breakdowns on the way. Because this isn't just about football, it's about witnessing the rise of legends. And trust me, we're just getting started. In football, it's not just the goals or the assists, it's the legacy you leave behind. Cole Palmer, calm, clinical, calculated. Lamine Yamal, explosive, fearless, unstoppable. Two names, two futures, one football world watching their every move. So now we ask you, who takes the crown? Hashtag Team Palmer or hashtag Team Yamal. Let us know in the comments below. And if you're still here, you already know this content hits different. So don't just watch, support the movement. Like this video. Share it with your football crew. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel right now for more deep dives, next-gen showdowns, and stories that go beyond the pitch. Because if you love football, you belong right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.